We gonna talk about top 3 moments this season. The third one, it was in the split one, our first win. After 4 losses, it was first win against Vitality.
¡Por favor!
¡Sí!
¡Bien! ¡Sí! 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 ¡Libertad!
It was such a nice moment for us as a team because we had hard time. Second moment I have in mind, it was an ace. It was the 4K from Camo on Icebox when he was top rafters, and because I saw every kill, because I was spectating him, and the emotions after this round, because we are 3v5 this round. It was such nice emotions and like moment for the season.
Están esperando a la ulti de Starso para salir con
Bueno,
habilidades.
otro cuchillo más. Bien, bien, bien. Hay 4 detenidos, con el cuchillo. Son 10 segundos más. Buena kill. ¡Qué bueno! ¡Qué bueno!
¡Ay, ay, ay, ay! ¡Qué bien, Camo, joder!
Hazte lazy que te la pele, bro. ¡Qué bueno! ¡Qué locura!
The first one, my favorite, it happened yesterday. We didn't win the game, but I did my first ace in VCT on Bind against Heretic. Like ace not happening every game, so this is such a nice moment for me.
Hostias.
No nos jodáis.
¿Sigue fighteando? ¡Hostias!
Otra apertura más es la triple de Grubiño que castiga. Se queda esto en un 2 para 2.
¡Qué bueno eres, Grubiño! Lo tuyo es una putísima locura. Lo tuyo es una putísima ida de olla y el año que viene vas a ser el mejor controlador del mundo. Te lo juro por Dios. Te lo juro por Dios. Como te hagas un ace…
Bull lo está haciendo bien,
No, que lo mira Grubi, que lo mira Grubi, que lo va a mirar Grubi. ¿Grubi?
Cuidado con ángulo corto, doble rival. Se queda así.
Es una putísima locura.
The third moment, I will start from our game against Carmine Corp, because like we was playing kind of bad season, we was in bad shape. But against Carmine Corp we showed a very good game, and I was feeling that we're gonna growing up a lot after it. You know, that's why like for me it's like one of the important games this year with this team.
¡Señores!
¡Dios!
¡Señores! ¡Hemos ganado un mapa! ¡Hemos ganado un mapa! ¡Hemos ganado un mapa! ¡Me acabo de hacer!
And second one, Camo clutch on Icebox, ace, when he killed 3 from Raptors, jumped down, killed with flash 1 more from Raptors, and he killed Redgar in mid side on Icebox. It was game against Giants. Top 1 I will put our game against Heretics, because we kinda knew that this team is super strong. It's kinda top 3 in this world right now. That's why like we showed our best, and we knew that we was above them, you know, and we just lost our game. We did mistakes, but we still was fighting until the end. But before we was like giving up so fast, and we was not fighting until last round. Right now I see that even if after we losing the tough rounds, we was fighting until the end. So this one is top 1 moment for sure for this year.
The Camo aces, I think he aced a couple of times, but maybe the one on Icebox with knives. I just like to see him smile and improve, because I think he deserves it and he deserves to shine on the stage. The second one is Heretics game, the last one. It was the last game for us in the season and the year.
Bueno, oye, GG's al equipo, tú.
Sí.
Muy…
So it's very meaningful for us. We showed that we had great potential in the team, and we showed it in the last game. So I'm really proud of the boys, how we showed it. We could have won that as well, which could be even better memory, but I think it's good anyway. Top 1 will be a game against Carmine Corp, like the one we lost 2-1. It was a very close game.
Oye, pero oye,
Han jugado muy bien.
Bueno,
Oye,
bien,
tíos, escuchadme una cosa, tío. Me voy feliz, tío. Te lo
Me
digo
voy
en serio,
feliz,
tío.
sí. Dentro de la
Locura,
situación me voy feliz.
We maybe should have won it, maybe not, but like the most important is that my family was there, the people I love, they came first time to cheer me and to watch me playing, you know, IRL, so that was the best experience. I never had this in my life, so I will always think about it.
The number 3 spot is Camo's ace on Icebox up on the rafters. It was super good. Second one, I would say the Heretics match we had now. That didn't go our way, but it was still a good memory that we was a good team that could have actually beat them. And the number 1 for me right now is because we won against Navi.
¡Qué listo, Camito! Shadow aguanta. Una para Shadow, está encerrado Zipan, está en borracho, también está Suyecho debilitado, triple para Camo. Solo
Bien,
Zipan,
Camo,
uno
joder.
para 4, doble para Zipan.
Ya
le
está,
tiene
Camo,
para
va.
Navi. Apertura y Camo. Con el 4K cierra el mapa. Victoria para Movistar Koi. Que
Vale, bien, chavales, bien.
So it's the Navi match that we won 2-0, and I wanted to play against my old teammates and win it, so it was my favorite moment.
I would say my 2 aces actually, against Navi and Giants. on Icebox. I got both of them from the same spot, so it was like kinda insane for me to do it, and it will definitely be a good memory for me. Top 2 would be probably the Shadows 1v3 on Split against Navi.
Ahí está.
¡Ay! Perfecto. Ahí va, pero no sé dónde está, ¿no?
Sí, sí,
Vale,
sí, sí, le tiro la piña. Lo puedo hacer, ¿eh? Sí, 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 sí.
Va a sobrevivir Zipan.
¡Sí! ¡Sí!
La ronda que sube en el
¡Sí, Bogdan! ¡Sí, Bogdan!
¿Pero qué es esto?
Que te lo he dicho, que se podía.
Like the most insane thing I have ever seen, I think. Like I saw people tweeting it was even like 0 seconds left. Like actually 0.000 seconds left, so it was sick. And my top 1 moment would be our game against Heretics, which we actually lost, but we were able to show that we can actually compete with one of the best teams in the world, and we showed how much we improved since January. So that would be my top 1 memory of this season.
Number 3, I'm gonna go with the debrief we had after our final game, the loss to Heretics. Obviously everyone was sad because we just lost, and we were kind of sad that we knew that this was the last time the team was going to play together. But I think it's a really happy memory because we were able to kind of all share kind of everything that we'd had throughout the year, and although we'd lost, we left on a really positive note and we were happy with how we'd improved. And so I think that's a really good memory for me. Second best memory is probably the win against Liquid in kickoff.
Juntos, 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 juntos.
Because it was early on, people still kind of didn't know what to expect from us as a team, and we kind of didn't know ourselves what our level was at. And I think when we beat Liquid in kickoff, that was when we realized, okay, like this team can actually play. Like this team isn't gonna be last place, like we can actually beat some teams. That feeling when we kind of felt like things clicked a little bit, that is a really good memory. And then I'm gonna go my favorite memory, my number 1 moment with this team. When at the very start of the year, before we came to Germany, we did a boot camp in Madrid, and there was one morning, it was probably about 1 or 2 degrees outside, and we decided that we were all gonna go into the pool together. Freezing cold, and we were just gonna see how long we could stay in the pool just to just test ourselves and see how hard it was. And I remember it was so cold and we were all just shivering and trying to make it out. And I remember we all got out the pool after about 5 minutes, and I remember Shadow stayed in for like an extra 5 minutes, and we were all just watching him in shock. Like we couldn't believe this guy had been in this ice cold pool for 10 minutes. And I think that's such a nice memory of the team, like doing something hard together, and we were all in it together. And I think we overcame our own like mental boundaries that we set for ourselves that day of like we can do harder things than we realized, you know. And I think that's like that's a memory that I'll really cherish with this team for sure.